Hello and good day. This is the Dealership News Quickcast, and today we're going to chat with Jeff Mays, the GM of Kepper, on the subject of digital retailing, specifically the role a user-friendly valuation tool plays in enhancing a digital retailing solution, specifically the Car Valuator tool. Now, if you're not hitting 5% or more of your sales online through a digital retailing platform, you may not be swinging hard enough. You're going to have to change your stance. Jeff, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
COVID has affected virtually every dealership. Virtually is the key word here. How has COVID impacted your store? And since you were one of the early adopters of digital retailing, what was the impact and how was it alleviated because of that early adoption?
Right. I would say that that's a twofold question. One, how has it affected our ability to do business at all? Going back all the way to when the pandemic first broke out and everybody pretty much had to shut down in March and April. And then, it certainly affected us that way. And in fact, we had a slight outbreak here back in August after dealerships were allowed to reopen for that period of time. And we had to react to that. I had to shut down for a day and a half. The physical store had to have it remediated and react that way. In addition, it's affected our way that we do business, right? I mean, it's pretty amazing that every day when I come in now, my priorities are shifted. I have to worry about the safety of the employees, the safety of the customers. I have to make sure that, that we're cleaning the proper areas and we're following proper protocols. And, to that extent, I think that, Kelly, it's actually been a catalyst to the digital retailing revolution that was already had a small spark, but I believe that now it's created an actual fire that's going on, and hopefully most dealers out there are taking advantage of it and being prepared.
Yeah, we were at the dawn of the digital retailing era in January, and we were kicked into the afternoon really fast, weren't we?
Yes.
So describe some of the high-level metrics for your digital sales, because you're using the Car Valuator tool, and that's sort of at the very front of the entire platform. Can you go through some of those numbers for us?
Sure. I think that it's a reflection of our overall approach toward allowing our consumers and our shoppers directed toward our site or the landing pages to allow them the opportunity through different methods to engage with our digital online retailing solution. Whether it be starting off with a trade allowance, Car Valuator tool, or the actual purchase process that people can easily obtain and easily get to on our site. So within our actual tool itself, to answer your question with regard to metrics, we're very excited about the fact that right now we're experiencing over the past 30 days over a 15% conversion rate. And by conversion, we mean people who have engaged with our online retailing solution, and then they've also felt like they've gotten far enough along in the process online that they've actually shared their information. A lot of people like to shop stealthily these days. Most operations, sometimes they feel like that a form fill is, being an early adopter of digital retailing myself, I would rather allow them the opportunity to be able to, show up, look around, and then once they feel comfortable that they're in the process far enough, then they go ahead and share their information with us. But still, even if dealerships are converting at a 2 to 4% rate, really good ones at 8%, to get them into our tool and then actually, get their personal information of 15%, and that's 15% of a total of 998 visitors to our online retailing solution. Out of those, 156 actually shared their information. The point being, that is a real opportunity for dealerships, regardless of how far along in the funnel the customer got. It's a great opportunity to engage with them where they are and where they left off.
Yeah, at their convenience.
That's exactly right. They can revisit their account and come back later if they run out of time. They get halfway through a deal.
Which brings the question out: how do you modify your website and actually the BDC process to better engage with digital retailing clients?
Well, as I mentioned, we like to have a very welcoming environment with regard to our website in general, and we have multiple touch points or entry points into the digital retailing process on our website. If you were to visit our site, you would see that the car evaluator tool you're talking about, that we have a bright red circle on the homepage. What's my vehicle worth? That represents probably 10% of our overall website traffic, the first place they go to once they hit the homepage. Mm-hmm. And which is extremely promising.
Yeah, and we'll have that up on the screen here so people could actually see what that is. The question is once somebody actually gets on the site, how much time does that save them from actually having to come into the dealership and deal with one of the sales folks?
I would say, Kelly, we have multiple testimonials from clients who absolutely love the process of being able to save time because they can do so much of the actual transaction itself before they even come in or before the vehicle is actually delivered remotely. I would say that it most likely resembles the type of experience customers would prefer to have today, a growing number of customers, because as you know, most engagement now takes place with our mobile phone.
Right.
So we have to make sure that happens. And to your earlier question, we have on our SRP pages and our VDP pages, we have very identifiable, easy to find buy online buttons that takes you into the online process as far as be able to get further down the funnel to be able to make the purchase.
Now, this is a simple modular solution, this car evaluator tool. Your ROI on it is substantial. You moved how many cars?
Well, we have, and we have, our own internal DMS matchback to confirm it. But as of the last 30 days, we've been able to attribute 18 deals out of our, overall 250 plus units we delivered last month or in the last 30 days.
And that's how much in revenue?
Well, at our current gross average, it's roughly $57,000.
And the cost of the product?
After some OEM participation, just under $1,400.
Okay, so we're looking at a 42-to-1 ROI on this one, right? A 42-to-1 for every dollar spent on this particular solution.
It's that's an easy conversation to have.
It's an easy conversation to have. Well, what lies in store for you for 2021?
Yeah, great question. Obviously, the digital retailing revolution is not going away. Again, it's being accelerated at this point, and brought into the spotlight more so with the pandemic. Two things I would say. First of all, we are working hard to integrate an actual one-to-one FaceTime interaction between a digital online shopper and an actual coach, concierge, if you will, from the dealership who is experienced in our online digital retailing process. So that way they can have a higher level of confidence and trust about the process itself. Secondly, we do plan to actually put kiosks in the showroom with large screen TVs and actually go through the digital online process on the showroom and allow one of our salespeople to take the customer through that process as well. I've already had experience with that. I'm terribly excited about it because you can actually get 75% of the way through a transaction in less than an hour.
Do you think you could double your numbers?
I think we can double our digital retailing penetration. Mm-hmm. I think that's definitely a metric that we'll be paying very close attention to this upcoming year.
Yeah, if you're not promoting it, it's not going to work for you. You guys do a great job of promoting it, so kudos.
Thank you. We are trying very hard. I've always believed in trying to stay out in front and not be necessarily caught or stuck in a particular way of doing business, even though you can see that I've been in the business a while. I got the gray hair to prove it. But I've always tried to stay at the forefront of what's changing. And, for lack of a better term, the Amazon experience is something that I think all dealers and OEMs, obviously we know they are, that they should be paying attention to. And we're excited about that.
Well, that's dealership news that you can use. Jeff, thanks so much for joining us on the Dealership News Quickcast. Have a great day.
Thank you.